Welcome, college football fans, and especially my Miami Hurricanes fans, and even all of you haters that I have accumulated as subscribers on my channel, because I know you're there and I love it. Keep them coming. Keep the haters rolling in. We're only going to get more, guys, as we get bigger and get the attention that we deserve. What I want to talk to you guys about today, Miami fans and haters alike, is why our running back Mark Walton can and will win the Heisman this year in 2017. I just want to go over some stats and some reasons why I believe that he can and will do it this year. Mark Walton enters the 2017 season with a total of a little over 1,500 rushing yards. I believe it's 1,567 rushing yards to be exact, and 23 touchdowns. Now here's some more numbers for you. He averaged 5.5 yards per carry in his 2016 season. Now, the last running back to win the Heisman was in 2015, and that was none other than Derrick Henry with Alabama. I'm not going to lie, the dude was a beast. Now, he averaged 5.6 yards per carry the year that he won the Heisman. Now, he was a junior that year when he won. Mark Walton, as a sophomore, averaged 5.5 yards. And yes, I said that correctly. That is 0.1 yards. 0.1 yards or 0.1 of a yard difference between what they averaged. Okay, now I know you're going to argue probably a bunch of other stats. Well, let me give you some more details on it. Even though Walton last season only totaled a little over 1,100 yards and Derrick Henry had over 1,900 yards, Derrick Henry was also fed the ball a lot more in that Alabama offense. Derrick Henry had 395 rushing attempts versus Walton's 209. So guys, that's almost double the amount of rushing attempts that Derrick Henry was granted versus what Mark Walton had last year. Now let's do a little bit of math. I'm bad at math, so I have to think about it for a second here. The difference in yards, Derrick Henry had 1986 versus Walton's 1117. So that's 869 more yards for Derrick Henry the year that he won the Heisman. However, that is on 186 more carries. So basically, if you do the math, which I can put it up on screen somewhere over here, I don't know, it'll be up here somewhere if it's not already. That means that if they were to give, theoretically, given sort of the same stats and assume that Mark Walton achieves the same stats or better this upcoming season, which obviously he will because there'll be a better offensive line and just a more seasoned team around him. Plus, I think Mark Walton will shoulder the load for the offense and almost even kind of be an offensive leader for the Miami Hurricanes. Okay, getting back on track. Basically, if he averages 4.5 yards per carry and receives the same amount of touches that Derrick Henry was given, he would reach the same stats in this season as Derrick Henry reached the season that he won the Heisman. So I think that Mark Walton honestly could crush it, really, honestly, if you think about it. Now, I don't know if he'll be given that many rushing attempts. I mean, almost 400 rushing attempts. However, as good as he can be, I don't see, honestly, why not. Homer will be a good backup, but Walton will carry the load, honestly, overall. Now, here's the other thing. Henry had 28 touchdowns. Mark Walton had 14 touchdowns last season. Okay, yeah, that's double. But again, we go back to that same argument. Walton touched the ball half of what Derrick Henry was allowed. So I really think that Mark Walton, if he's given the touches, okay, let's just go ahead and just break it down and get down to the meat of this. If Mark Walton is given the opportunity to run the ball as many times as the last running back was given, Derrick Henry, then he will crush several records, school records for Miami, and he will crush enough records to be in the talks for Heisman and possibly win the Heisman. Imagine this. Miami is as good as we expect this year. They're in the college football, at the very least, in the college football playoff. They win the ACC. They're in the college football playoffs. Mark Walton crushes several different school records and NCAA records. Why would he not be in the Heisman talks? I mean, just think about it. The kid is a beast. He's going to be a leader for the team this year. He's going to break several records. He's probably going to be fed the ball more. There is no reason why Mark Walton cannot be up for Heisman this year and honestly probably win it. And if you want some other reasons why other than the number crunching and stuff that I've provided, let's see. For starters, another really big reason for it is Mark Walton had offers from other schools, Florida State, sorry, excuse me, and he chose Miami. So the guy honestly has some good karma coming his way for choosing Miami over Florida State. Another reason is this year will be Mark Walton's junior season, and 90% of the time or more, the Heisman is awarded to a junior or a senior. So with this being his junior season, it's kind of his breakout year. He's getting more comfortable at Miami and with the offense. So there's a really good chance that he could be awarded the Heisman. The last reason, honestly, if you go back and look at all the Heisman winners, it is almost always a quarterback or a running back. I'm sorry, but I don't know any other quarterbacks or running backs right now. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments saying there are. I personally can't think of any other quarterback or running back that is just really being talked about right now. That's just going to be a crazy standout person. I know once the season starts, people show up and they get their game on and they just, you know, they start getting talked about a lot more. But right now, preseason, Mark Walton is my choice for winning the Heisman this coming up season. There's no reason why the kid can't do it and why he shouldn't be in the talks for the Heisman. Those are my reasons. Leave a comment below, Miami fans and haters alike, who you think should win the Heisman, as long as it's not, what's that guy's name? Francois, that's it. As long as it's not Francois, you guys, I'm just messing with you. I knew his name. You guys can leave a comment. Let me know who you think will possibly win the Heisman this year. Mark Walton is my pick. That's who it's going to be. I appreciate it, guys, for the views on the channel and the subscribers. We're climbing every day. It's always just a great day to be a Hurricanes fan. And just remember, guys, no matter what the circumstances, always rep the U, no matter what. We're just one big happy college football family, but it's always better when you're repping the U. Peace out, guys.